Good evening. Welcome to the Board of Selectmen's meeting on Monday, March 16th, 2026. We'll open the meeting at 6 o'clock. Could I get a roll call, please, Audrey?
Select Chairman Bill Coy.
Here.
Select Vice Chair Jay DeRoche.
Here.
Selectman Jonathan Gifford.
Here.
Select Woman Liz Costa. Here. Selectman Tyler Shorman.
Excused. And if we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. All right. Is there anyone here for public comment? Yep. Come on up, Dan. How are you?
Good evening, guys. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful.
Dan Kane, 64 Main Street, Plastow, New Hampshire. I just came tonight not as a representative of the planning board, but as a member of the planning board to see if we could table for at least 2 weeks the discussion on the zoning officer, just to let the land use boards have some discussion. And I'm not sure if it's a zoning officer or a zoning official, because the terms seem to be used interchangeably. But regardless of that, I know the planning board is planning to take up this issue on Wednesday, and the zoning board meets a week from Thursday. I suspect that will be somewhere on their agenda too. So just a request to see if we can table until at least the land use boards can give you their perspective. It's your job, it's your authority. I'm not saying you need our approval. I don't want you to think that, but I think perspective might be helpful.
Okay.
All right.
Well, when we get there, we'll talk about it.
All right.
Thanks.
Good evening. Richard Anthony, 4 Village Way, Plastow. I am coming in the capacity as the planning board chairman. And I'm going to amplify what Dan Kane said for respect to on your agenda item, for respect to the, again, zoning officer, zoning official. The memorandum that was sent, did CC the various land use boards. We haven't had an opportunity to meet and discuss in our capacity as, in this case, the planning board. So I would ask that, just in deference to that, maybe table this issue, allow the respective boards to have their input as a board, and go from there. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. All right. Anyone else from the public? All right. Next up, we just had an election, didn't we?
We did.
So we get the swearing in of elected officers. I think, Jay, congratulations. I know
Thank you.
you just but you took the oath earlier today?
Yeah, I took the oath at this morning. So
Okay. And
Also taken this morning during the day was Rich Leclerc, the planning board, and Marianne White for supervisor of the checklist.
okay.
So I think Mr. Murray is my only officer here.
All right.
Speak a little louder, please.
Yeah, push you might want to get up closer to the mic too, Martha.
Where we go? Come on up.
grab yourself a mic.
Well, I don't usually do the mic thing.
But just so you have it a little closer.
We'll get a little closer to the mic.
That's what.
Okay.
How about you?
That works.
We'll get a little closer.
Can you point the mic towards you?
They're really sensitive
There you go.
microphones. They don't
How's
pick
that?
everything up.
Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michael Murray,
Do solemnly and sincerely
do solemnly and sincerely
swear and affirm
swear and affirm
that I will bear faith
that I will bear faith
and true allegiance
and true allegiance
to the United States of America
to the United States of America
and the state of New Hampshire,
and the state of New Hampshire,
and will support the Constitution
and will support the Constitution
thereof,
thereof.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name again.
I, Michael Murray,
do solemnly and sincerely
do solemnly and sincerely
swear and affirm
swear and affirm
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent
all the duties incumbent
upon me
upon me
as a member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment
as a member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment
for a term of 3 years,
for a term of 3 years,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeable
agreeable
to the rules and regulations
to the rules and regulations
of this Constitution
of this Constitution
and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get a few signatures.
Congratulations, Mike.
Congratulations, I think, Michael.
This is when you turn this. This is your phone number.
Yes.
This is your address.
Yes.
This is your email.
Yes.
And have you received the conflict of interest and code of ethics?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so
All right. I think that's everyone, all right.
that's my perfect.
All right, thank you, so, thank you, Michael, thank you, Martha. All right, next on the agenda is the introduction of the new library director, Christine Muir. Hopefully I pronounced the last name right. Yep, Randy, you want to come up and introduce Christine for us, please?
I can sit behind the computer, let him have a good look at you.
Good luck while you can.
Yeah.
No, thank you very
Can you
much.
just tilt the microphone a little bit closer for you? Thank you.
Yes, I'm very happy to introduce Christine Muir as the new director of our Plastow Public Library. And Bill, I want to thank you personally for the role you played in helping get our search committee off to a good start and a successful conclusion. I'll let Christine tell you more about herself, but I think we agreed on the importance of the public library as a community hub in many areas and on the importance of responsible financial stewardship. So I think we're off to a good start. She's been with us for a week, and with that, I'll turn her over.
Been for a week and you still showed up
I
tonight?
came back. That's the running joke, whether I'm coming back the next day. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you all for making time on your agenda for me tonight. It's nice to meet all of you. I'll give you just a quick introduction, a little bit of my background. I graduated from Colby College in the mid-90s, and that was sort of the height of the technology and dot-com bubble. So I worked in that field for a few years as a tech support engineer, as a QA engineer, and as a technical writer. I then stayed home to raise my 2 kids who are now in their early to mid-20s, which is amazing. If you have kids, it goes by a lot faster than you think it will. I still think my son is 8. When my kids were little, I joined the finance committee in the town of Dunstable, Massachusetts, which was where we were living. And I joined because there's always a disconnect between the town and the schools. And we were part of a regional school system. And I wanted to go to the heart of the matter, like a librarian, go to the primary source. So I was on the finance committee for 9 years, and I chaired the last 2. And that was one of my favorite experiences ever. I think local government is just an amazing opportunity to be part of shaping your community. So I appreciate what all of you do. I know what it's sort of like to be in your seats. But I think it's such an opportunity to be involved in shaping your community and setting your priorities. So I loved that experience, and it gave me a lot of insight into managing budgets and how municipal finance works, which I've carried with me in libraries, because library directors have to pay attention to the budget and be good stewards of the resources that they have. So in 2015, I went back to work in libraries, and I've worked in Massachusetts libraries until last Monday when I came up to New Hampshire, and I'm excited to learn some of the differences. It is definitely not the same in the two states. But I do want to say that your library is amazing. Just in the first week that I've been there, the staff are incredibly capable and friendly and welcoming. And it is such a vibrant place with people coming in all the time. It's not quiet, which is great. There are kids in there are teens in there. I hear people talking and laughing and interacting all the time. And I think it's what a library should be. So I'm really excited to be part of that. And I hope I'm here for a long time. I'm happy to take any questions or comments if anybody has any.
Yeah, just one thing, is there a revision or anything that you wanted to bring to Plastow? I know it's only been a week. Something like you may have had from previous.
I think during the interview process, I was asked a couple times if there was any kind of impact I wanted to make. And I think helping people recognize that the library isn't just for books, but showing people that it can be a resource for so many different kinds of uses and questions, I think is what I would like to see. Haven't seen anything I would change yet. It's been really well run and, like I said, so vibrant and busy. I didn't think it would be as busy as it is given the hours that it's open, but it's constantly active. So I think I just want people to know that libraries are more than they think they are. We're not the stereotype. Mm-hmm. And so we'll see how we can do that as I kind of learn and watch and see what happens there.
Yeah, no, it is a busy place.
It is.
No doubt about it.
And it's beautiful. And like I said, all ages are in there. I could hear the teens in there playing chess and Dungeons and Dragons. And that's spectacular. To get that audience into your library, you're doing something very, very right. So.
Yep, no, I agree. Jay, Liz?
Nope, the vision was my big question. What's next?
Yeah, because that's the thing. Is, in program, I'm sure you'll have some new programs you're probably going to want to institute.
Yep. I think it's really important not to come in with an agenda, because you don't know what's already working and you don't want to alienate anybody, staff, community, government officials. I think it's important not to have a specific agenda. So I want to watch and learn and see how people use it and talk to the staff to see what they need. And I would welcome comments or visits from any of you at any time, because I'm still learning what you have. So I don't want to come in and change it all without good reason.
Yeah, great. No, perfect. Makes a lot of sense. No, I think that's great. A lot of it, I know we're glad you could come in just to get your face out there so everyone knows.
Yes.
That's the big thing.
Yes. And I think we'll probably host a
welcome.
a little reception at the library sometime. So stop by and, we'll do something a little more informal and one-on-one.
Yeah,
But
and I know Randy and the team, I know it was an extensive process that you went through.
Yes, indeed. But and over the holidays and everything else, but it was a lot of fun. I'll just add some of the things. One of the things we've talked about, and it was kind of surfaced in the election last week, and looking down the ballot at all the single issue or single candidate offices, was seeing if we could strengthen relations with the town governance in terms of maybe having a program on how to run for a local office, things like that tell the citizens of Plastow, here's a place where you can, learn more about participating in our town democracy.
Yeah, perfect. That would be great.
yeah, I'm fully on board with that.
Yeah. No.
Right up my alley.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, it's like anything else. When you remember it now's the time to act on it, because a month from now, you'll be onto something else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. I think that's.
Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah.
But come to the welcome, and we can chat more about
absolutely
our dreams and hopes.
And please don't hesitate to approach me individually if there's anything you want to talk about or ask. You can send me an email or call or stop in. I'd be very happy to talk to any of you.
I think today was a great way for the town people watching, get an extensive view of your resume and
Yep.
background.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep. Good. I think it's kind of fun to know where people have been and what brought them to their point. And I greatly condensed my experience. So I appreciate your time tonight, and it was really nice to
No,
meet all of you.
thank you for coming in. I'm
And you
sure-
did mention you're a New Hampshire resident, right?
I am a New Hampshire resident. I don't think I mentioned that, but I am. I
Lives
do not
in
live in
Wyndham.
Plastow, but I do live in Wyndham. So yes.
Nice.
Excellent.
Very good.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. Have a
Thank
good night.
you all. Thank you.
All right.
Skip the net
I
metering.
Sorry, Shay, I skipped right over you. I don't know what I was thinking. I was so excited to take our book.
I'm still here, so I didn't go anywhere.
So this is net metering change in the law?
Yes. Good evening. I sent you all some resources about this proposed bill, but I'm happy to go in a little bit more depth for you all as well. But Senate Bill 538 is a proposed bill that's currently before the state legislature that directly affects Plastow's ability to invest in municipal solar, including our proposed solar landfill project. Clean Energy New Hampshire is a resource in the state, and they're gathering a coalition of New Hampshire communities that are in support of this bill. And so I'm asking the BOS tonight to consider signing on to the attached letter that has been distributed in support of this bill. This bill ensures 20 years of net metering credits for solar projects that serve political subdivisions, towns, cities, school districts, etc. And net metering is a tool that allows project owners to get credit for excess energy that is sent back to the grid and allows them to share that energy with other users. Without the adoption of this bill, net metering credits are only guaranteed through 2040 currently. I'd be happy to go into the depth of the history regarding this, but basically, since net metering began, there's a current expiration for net metering in 2040, and nothing has successfully passed since then to extend that deadline. And so this has been a major problem for investors in the state. There's been at least 12 solar companies that have completely left the state due to this uncertainty. It's hard for companies to get banks to back them with this current situation. Net metering really is what allows these projects to come forward because it allows these owners to get credit for that extra energy.
And this is more just for businesses or home? Does it affect that?
So
Solar at home?
this would affect like larger projects.
Yep.
So the smaller ones are under a separate net metering, and those are typically more stable. And there's not as much of a big concern, but it's these larger projects, including like the solar landfill one, which our investors are having a harder time securing.
Okay, yeah. Just want to make sure everyone knows the difference.
And does this directly affect our solar installation at the highway garage if this were to pass?
So I know that there's
restrict our ability to get credits for the solar that we're generating now.
It could. Currently, there's no future foreseeable after 2040. Nothing is guaranteed in terms of net metering credits. I know regarding the solar landfill, we have a contract that's being reviewed by legal with Kearsarge, but that hasn't been finalized yet. I know that they're a unique company because they are able to use their own equity capital to finance projects, which is unique for these kind of companies moving forward. But still within their project proposal, it assumes that net metering is included. And so that would be up in the air. I've had representatives reach out from that company as well to request that we support this bill.
And Shay, how much further would this push out the net metering from 2040 till 2060 or?
So it's a guaranteed 20 years for each individual project. So it's whenever that project goes online.
Okay.
So say a project went online this year, then you'd have until 2046.
Okay.
And so hopefully at that point, there will be something else that's gone through the legislature. At that point, that extends it further. This is sort of just an interim moderate bill to get through to provide some more security for these companies and projects.
Well, I'm in support of the landfill project that we're working on, so I would be in support of this.
Yeah, I would think you'd have to because it could affect it, right?
Right. Like we're not going to benefit from the net metering piece, which most likely will be a lease
Yep.
potentially, depending on how this all shakes out. But it's going to be a lease for us, but also for the company, they need that net metering. So,
Right.
Yeah.
John?
I support it. I think it'll take those 4 or 5 that are questionable businesses and allow them to start doing more and more solar. So
So you need a motion?
Yep,
do.
I included a draft motion in my memo to you all.
All right. I move to authorize the chair of the board of selectmen to sign on behalf of the town of Plastow a letter in support of SB 538 2026 relative to extending net metering eligibility terms for municipal energy projects.
I'll second.
Second by Jay. Any other discussion?
No, I think thanks for bringing this to us.
Yes, especially when we have that landfill project. We're
Yeah.
right on top of it. All those in favor?
Aye.
So it's 4-0-0. Thank you, Shay.
All right, thank you.
Sorry for skipping right over you.
No worries. I'll get a clean copy of that letter over to you for your signature
Awesome.
and get
Thank you.
that off. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shay.
Thank you.
thanks.
And next up is the zoning officer appointments. I know, Greg, we were looking at this more or less kind of like a temporary to fill in, for a little bit. And I know it wouldn't be for more than a year from what we were looking at, because I know right now that position is empty, correct?
Position is empty. When Dee retired at the end of December, the position became vacant, and with her coming back in January or February, that is where the reappointment comes from. It's basically she would be doing the same thing that what she was appointed to do before.
Yeah, and I know, looking at bylaws and things like that, on the planning board, I know we couldn't use Shay, because I know in the past that's how it kind of was. It was kind of like a separation was kind of created with the zoning. That's how I look at it. Because I know to read that area, just so everybody, and I think everybody has it in that packet, right? Because, so what we have there, just so everybody has it, and this is from the bylaws of the planning board. Because the board has no statutory authority to enforce and/or interpret zoning ordinances, planning staff cannot also hold any of the following so-called land use board enforcement positions: building inspector, code enforcement officer, zoning officer, and/or zoning official, or any other position within the town tasked with enforcing and/or interpreting either the building code and/or the zoning ordinance. This provision shall not prevent planning staff from providing administrative assistance to other land use boards or other town departments. So I know that's why kind of this came up, because like we said, normally before it was, we probably would have went to Shay, but we can't in this situation. And I know we also talked with the building inspector downstairs, right? Bob. And it was determined from there it was probably good to keep it separate as well.
Correct.
All right, so we looked at that. And then there was one other person, and because of their retirement, they couldn't do both.
What would you say? I'm sorry.
There was another person that was approached, but because they're retired, with the retirement, how the benefits work, things like that.
Okay.
They also had to back away.
Okay.
So if we go forward with this appointment, deciding, we can all talk about it for what we want to do. I know the thing was only for 1 year. That's all it would be for at the most. Could even be less than that. We don't know. But it will at least have somebody in that spot is what the thought process was.
So if this role isn't available to work with these boards, what are they going to do? What is it that the zoning officer is going to do?
Well, the zoning officer is brought in to make determination of zoning. So there would be nobody there to make that determination.
Yeah.
So it'd be for town determinations.
Yes.
Okay. And the person you're putting up to fill this role, is that person in the planning department now?
No, she was in the planning department.
Okay.
She's is
Not
responsible
part of
now.
the planning department anymore.
No,
Correct.
that's correct. Independent of the planning department. The only role that that person serves is overseeing the water billing, and is an assistant in the water department at this point.
Okay.
And the one that we had looked at was D. We all know D. So
Is this just an appointment, or is there more benefits associated with this? Is there pay associated? Just another job title?
She would be paid at an hourly rate for her current hourly rate if she were to, have
zoning.
to do research and zoning and write an opinion.
Okay.
and how busy is that department? Is it super busy or not really?
No, not very busy at all.
So it's more of we need someone there in case stuff comes up that we need to cover. And again, like Bill said, this is only going to be temporary for about a year, and then we'll look to reposition it again.
Yeah, it's an as-needed basis. It's not like they would be sitting at a desk waiting for something to roll in.
Right.
Kind of like our, electrical inspector. They're on call when needed. They come in, they do an inspection, they go. So.
Okay.
So, opinions, thoughts? You had
Well,
two folks speak
we
on
heard
that.
from the planning board, just a member and the representative of the chair, asking if we could table this until they could meet on Wednesday, and have a conversation about this because they were going to address it.
I'm not sure what they're addressing because there's a separation.
Right, unless they're going to amend the bylaw, that piece of the bylaw. So I think that's an option. I also think, voting or, getting people at the table to have a conversation. I don't, there's a lot of options, and we're here to make a decision tonight.
Yeah, I personally have no problems where we're talking temporary for,
Yep, and
Appoint
it's
someone.
just a year. And
and that's
how
it.
many times does this zoning officer need to go out? Maybe twice a year?
I'm not.
It probably depends, right? You never
It
know.
depends on what it is.
But I look at it as it's short term and it puts someone in that spot.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's forever for all we know. It could only end up being a couple of months. We don't know. Could be a year, could be a couple of months. That will be determined.
And prior to taking this new position, how long was the zoning officer? Before that?
I am unsure of that.
Had she done this for a while?
She has the background and the experience for it as well.
Yeah, there'd be no,
Somebody
Right,
on this much
It's
of a.
not like she's coming in new. This is something she's done for multiple years,
Yes.
right?
yeah, there's no ramp up time for her. It's just step right in. That-
Right.
So what do we want to do? What do you think? Like I said,
I'm fine with moving ahead with it,
Okay.
but if you guys want to table it, we can table it. I'm fine
I
with
mean,
that too.
I'm fine with moving ahead with it just because it's not like we're appointing someone as a full-time and
It's not a
there's that
forever
separation.
deal.
Correct. And it has someone there in case we need it for right now. Right? So do you need a motion or we just sign off on that or?
Yes, I would say you need a motion to appoint.
I'll make a motion to appoint Dee Boss as the zoning official for the town of Plastow for the next year.
Till, what's today, the 16th, right?
So March 16th, 2027.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Second by John. Any other discussion or anything?
Nope.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain?
Aye.
So 301. All right. So next up is we can review the warrant articles. Just so we see where everything kind of shook out.
Warrant.
This is a good way to review, see how, obviously, I think everyone kind of knows who won the different spots. I know some of them, there was a lot of write-ins for some spots. So we'll see how that goes. But just in case nobody has heard, we might as well go through that. Jay was voted back in as the Board of Selectmen for another 3 years. Congratulations. The Budget Committee, we've got not two new members, but 2 members were voted in for 3 years. That would be Holly Patterson and Larry Gladhill. The 1-year budget was Chuck Fowler. The conflict of interest, I'm not sure how that's going to go because those were all write-ins. Those were like pretty all unopposed. Library trustee was Dolores Coyle-Quirk. Town moderator Bob Hobb. Planning board, there were only 2 up, was Richard Leclerc and Karen Robinson. They'll both be coming back. Supervisor of the checklist was Mary Ann White. Trustee of the trust funds, 3 years. That's Gail Hamill. ZBA, we had Michael Murray, who was sworn in tonight, and there were also several write-ins, so I'm not sure where that's going to end up. So that was it for the town. Now, if we look at the warrant articles, the first one we had, right, is the town budget, right? That passed.
It's close.
It was close, but that one did pass. The second article was the operating budget for the water department. That one also passed as well. The next up after that was the collective bargaining agreement for the town union. That one failed by 3 votes. And I do know this weekend there's going to be going a recount up here in the Great Hall. We'll be doing that. That on Sunday at 2 o'clock. So that recount will be there.
So that was, someone requested a recount.
So that was requested, correct. So
is that going to be like a public?
That's open.
Yeah, it's open.
It's
So
open.
It's open.
we got to post it, obviously, and
Yep.
do all that.
Yep.
So
Letters,
it'll be
Martha was
posted
putting
tomorrow?
sending her letters out, and it's only has to be posted 24 hours. But she's going to get everything posted within the next either Wednesday or Thursday. It'll all be
Okay.
posted. It has to be posted in 2 spots.
Right.
So I know she'll definitely have it in town hall, and I'm sure we'll be blasting something out as well.
Yep.
So we'll see how that one ends up. The next one after that was a special town meeting for the defeated collective bargaining agreement. That one did pass. So then depending on obviously how the recount goes, we'll see what steps we want to take after that. After that, we had the contingency fund. That one did pass. The deposit to the Highway Department Equipment Expendable Trust Fund, that failed.
I had a question. So, I know the answer to it, but like no means no, right? So that means we can't put money into that fund for the year, right?
Correct.
Doesn't mean we can't expend money from that fund if we had to purchase equipment,
Correct.
correct? We're just not adding
not-
to the balance.
Right, we're not putting any new money into that fund
Yeah.
to, purchase anything, additional, if you will.
Correct.
And then, let's see, the one after that was a deposit to the Building Expendable Trust Fund. That one failed.
So a question on that one. I know we were going to utilize that fund to do the brickwork outside on the ramp.
Right, there's the ramp out front, the handicap ramp, wheelchair ramp is deteriorating and the like. And the idea of putting money into that fund was to help pay for repairs and improvements. So
Do we have enough money in that fund currently to do those repairs and make?
no, we do not.
And that's work that needs to get done out there too, correct?
Absolutely. I was just looking here real quick. I printed off. I want to say there was around 45,000, give or take. Library.
It's in the warrant article.
Yeah, I might say it on
It's
that.
46,707 as of the end of the year.
Yep. At the end of February, there was 47,097. The cost estimate is between $60,000 and $70,000.
Because that's a complete tear down and build it back up, correct?
Yes. So we'll have to be getting with the maintenance supervisor to see what options there are, to make improvements, if you will, or to.
Can it wait one more year, or is this something we need to do this year? I'm not saying wait, I'm just asking.
Right. I'd have to talk to the maintenance supervisor. I will tell you I have a rolling computer case now, and I have had to roll things up that path instead of carrying it up the stairs, and it's not in good shape. I cannot imagine somebody in a wheelchair or a walker trying to get up that ramp, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I guess the thing is if we've got a quote or if we don't have one, we should get one and then see what additional money we'll need. We'll see what that quote comes in at.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do have the contingency if we had to.
Right. Yeah. I'm not going to belabor it. I'm sure you're going to talk to the maintenance supervisor and come back with some options.
Yes.
So, thank you.
And so the next one was a deposit to the Library Capital Reserve Fund. That one was also voted down. The difference was 4 votes. There will also be a recount done at the same time on Sunday here as well.
And the moderator will come and organize all of that.
Yes, Bob will be here. He will be in charge of it.
Do we need volunteers for the recount?
I think we will probably need a couple. I think I know I can't make it. I have to travel for business and I got to fly out on Sunday, and I know you're not going to be able to make it. So I think from when I was talking to Martha earlier today, we can appoint someone to represent us.
Yeah.
So I think, if you get Tyler, you get 3 selectmen there, we appoint someone, that gives us 5. And then we have Lisa downstairs that can as well. So that's 6. I think 6 should be a good number.
Right.
To do each machine.
We got to organize and count all the ballots. So do we need additional people to help count like we do on voting
No,
night?
because I know when I did it for the school, what'll happen is the boxes will get opened. They're going to need to be separated right away. Obviously, the school's already been separated, and that's in a separate box, so we don't have to worry about those ballots. Those will stay sealed. So going by just how the school operated, you'll open them. We're going to have to look at the ballots and separate them to which ones are on the ballots. The ones that aren't on the ballots, then you pull them off to the side.
Right.
So then, yes, you get the ballots, and you're going to have to count those to make sure that number's the same. And then you would divvy them up between the groups. There'll be 2 people per group, so everyone's looking at it.
Yep.
So it's
And
not
they're
just one
confirming.
person.
Yeah.
There's 2. So then you put them in your yes and your no pile.
Okay.
And then you count. I'm just going by that's how it worked. We did it
Yeah,
at the
and
school.
then if we're not sure, we raise our hand. And
Right, and then there'll be a decision between the 2 sitting and the moderator. Was that a yes or a no?
I just didn't know if we needed more people to make it go faster.
I don't know how much faster it can almost go.
Yeah.
It's just a very methodical
Yeah.
process. So if we had 3 groups of 2 and we each did a machine, I think that would be okay. And then if someone's helping Martha, maybe 1 or 2 people helping the town clerk.
Yeah, there's really not much for Martha to do.
No.
There's no write-ins.
No.
This is yes or no. There's
It's
no
a yes or
write-ins.
no, and then it's the hand count.
Yeah, well, the hand count, but that's going to be part of what you separate.
Mhm.
They're all going to be there, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I was going to be there, and then a few hours ago, I was told by my boss I had to fight it.
Sounds like a fun day.
Yeah, and you know what? It is kind of like, you just kind of get blurry-eyed and then crack
Yeah, I
out.
was part of the process when we did it
Yeah.
for the school last year. That was a long one.
I'll
Yeah.
try to
'Cause that
track
was all
You had
down,
to do
you
each
had-
town.
You had quite a few people there. That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Walked
try
in
to
on that.
track down someone to a point.
Yeah. Yep, no problem. And then deposit to the revaluation capital reserve fund, that one failed. The deposit to the fire department apparatus capital reserve fund, that passed. Deposit to the fire department equipment capital reserve fund, that also passed. Deposit to the fire department radio capital reserve fund, that one failed. Deposit to the public safety communication capital reserve fund, that one also failed. Deposit to the police vehicle capital reserve fund, that failed. Deposit to the cemetery special maintenance expendable trust fund.
And just to go back to the police vehicle fund, that doesn't prevent us from, if we needed to replace a vehicle.
Right, utilizing
Yeah, and it's
existing
just a
money.
deposit,
It's
right?
just putting new money in does not prevent us from utilizing existing money.
Okay.
Because as of the end of the year, there was $33,000. So does that include the vehicles that we purchased at the end of last year?
What was that? That's a good question.
That is, I believe, less than the vehicle that was just approved would
Yeah.
come from that
Come from that,
230.
so that 230 isn't really 230, because that
It's more
money's,
Yeah, because we approved,
Be like
It's more
150
like
now.
150
Yeah.
now. Yeah, okay.
and deposit to the cemetery special maintenance expendable trust fund, that one failed. A lot of close votes there. To hire the additional police officer for traffic enforcement, that one failed. The mowing and upkeep along Route 125 islands and other common areas, that one failed. I don't think
So,
that one shocked us.
I guess with the mowing and stuff, can we go back to the state and be like, hey, we need you guys to come down and clean? Like, or are they just going to go on the schedule that they have?
they're going to come down on the schedule that they have.
Yeah. That's it.
If we see them,
Can't
we
do
see
anything
them.
about it.
I mean, we can call them and ask, but
Right.
it's manpower and,
And if we send someone out there to do it, then we're then assuming responsibility, right? So,
Yeah, well, it comes at a cost to the town too, right? 'Cause
Right,
you're gonna
and
have to
there's
have a police officer out
overtime.
there and overtime, because you
Yep.
can only do it early on probably a Sunday morning. So, but
Yep.
it was put on the ballot and everyone has spoken.
maybe a Concom could sprinkle wildflowers in it and make it look pretty.
I think the thing is sometimes the things get too tall, I don't know, but then you're flicking butts, I don't want to get into it.
Just no mulch.
Yeah. The Municipal Transportation Improvement Fund, that was the one to add the $5 per registration. That one failed. And the modify the service connected total disability tax exemption for the veterans. That one passed, which was good to see that pass.
Yes.
For the veterans.
Yep.
I was glad to see that one. Out of all the ones that passed, that was the one I was pleased with the most.
That passed with flying colors.
Yes,
So.
which is good. Support the veterans, which is always. All right, anybody have anything they wanted to recap on that?
Well, I guess I just want, like, is it the second citizens petition about the hours?
Yep.
I just wanted to recognize that a lot of people voted in favor of that. And, it was like 2/3 to a third, 708 to 272. Maybe it's it's not worth it. I think we should look at some options potentially to maybe open a Friday here and there. I know there's some logistic and coordination that's going to need to take place, but I guess we can talk about that another date. But I just wanted to recognize that a lot of people were in favor of having more hours for town hall.
Yep,
So-
I think,
That was a pretty valid statement.
yep, I think,
Yes.
we'll probably have some discussions on that and we'll talk about that. And then the other one, obviously, Citizens Petition 1. That's probably worth having a committee.
Maybe, yeah.
I know I've had one citizen reached out, said they'd be interested. I mean, I think you keep the committee fairly small, maybe a couple selectmen on there, probably the petitioner,
Mm-hmm.
and probably someone who's been around town for a while that has like the knowledge like before, after, so there's some history in there. I think that would help. So, I mean, it's something we, to think about, see who might want to be involved in it from this board here. And we can go forward with that, but,
But both of these are advisory only, so we don't really need to take any action, but I'd be more apt to take action on like the office hours, but like the first citizens petition, it was kind of split down the middle, and I wouldn't, we want to put together a committee and go forward. But,
yeah, to be honest, I'm not even sure if it was written properly, so.
well, yeah, that's the other thing. We tried to
But-
give the proper language to make it binding.
But regardless, whether it was or it
changed.
wasn't, I think it's a good idea. Let's a committee, let's take a look at it.
Yep.
Yeah.
The pros, cons, and we'll go from there.
Right.
I think it's definitely worth doing.
All right, thank you.
All right. And one of the favorite times of the year, the select board reorganization and committee assignments.
Oh, Tyler's not here. Guess who's getting? Never mind.
He's the rep on every committee. So I guess do the reorg first, and then we can talk about the committee assignments. I mean, this is, I think, different first time since I've been on the board. The board stayed the same
Yeah.
without changes, I think, since I've been.
That's true.
Usually there's always been here and there, but I don't know for the assignments if everyone just wants to kind of stay where they are, or if there's something somebody wants to change, you can certainly do that. We don't have to discuss it tonight. You can also do that at the next meeting when Tyler's here too. I don't think that makes much of a difference.
Yeah.
To me, anyway, that's my opinion.
Staying the same or waiting for Tyler?
And those are things that we can always change of the year, but I'll leave that up to the next chair to decide that. All right. With that, I guess we'll take nominations for the next chair.
I'll nominate Liz for chair.
Thank you.
I'll second.
And is Liz interested?
Sure.
That was with a lot of enthusiasm.
Yes.
There we go.
No, I think Liz will do a good job. It's not like she's never been a chair of anything before.
I know. I don't know them. Yeah. Lots of questions coming your way, sir.
Yeah. All right. Was there anyone else interested? All right.
Bill, you sure?
I am sure.
All right.
I think I made that statement a couple of weeks ago.
He did.
All right. So all in favor of Liz being the chair for the next year?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm going to abstain.
All right. So 3-0-1. And with that, Liz, it's all yours.
Oh, gosh. Help me. I guess now we need a vice chair. Any nominations? Any interest?
I nominate Bill Coy.
I'll second.
Would you like that, Mr. Coy?
Yes, I'll stay on as vice chair. I think
All right.
it can help.
Any other nominations? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And,
All those opposed?
and
abstain.
I abstain.
Okay, so the next thing we have is the upcoming meeting calendar. And we do not have a calendar to look at. So I guess I'll be working with you, sir.
I think we have to figure it out because I don't think we have another meeting scheduled
Right.
on
so-
the calendar. So we at least have to get the next one on the calendar.
Okay, so, good idea.
May I
So
make
it's
a,
either 6, 13, 20, or 27. I'm sorry.
no, it's quite all right. May I make a suggestion that we go to like the first and third Monday or the second and fourth Monday for the rest of the year? And if it falls on a holiday, is address it then, or we can add, as opposed to doing this every couple of months of,
Well,
just a thought, but I know there's a lot of boards and the like the planning board that do the first and third Wednesday. So if there's a way that we could do that so that we could just plan it out for the rest.
and if we have a holiday,
Or if you have one of those weird months that you have
This month?
5 Mondays.
Yeah, this month has 5 Mondays.
5 Mondays.
That we can always add or adjust based on a holiday, but so that it's kind of just set as the first and third or the second and fourth.
and then
Sure does
adjust
make
as
life a
we
lot
need.
easier.
Or
I
every other
think it will.
Monday. Just do that.
Or just
What's that?
Every other Monday.
every other Monday, just because you don't want to have that 2 or 3 weeks in between in case there's something that comes up. And I would be okay with every other Monday, but I don't know what everybody else is thinking.
I mean, I kind of leave my Mondays open and go from there.
Yeah, I
As a
block
rule.
my Monday out.
I'm good with every other Monday, as long as there's a set
Yeah,
pace that we,
So-
There are certain times of the year I know, like budget season, sometimes
it gets a little
something happens
crazy.
and we have to come in for whatever reason.
Yeah. So why don't we meet on the 30th and then go every other Monday after that? Are we all? But I'll have to look and see. Well, and that will miss Patriots Day, Marathon Day.
That's well, I got to run that day.
You are?
No, my
By running, you mean sitting and watching the
yeah,
race?
my marathon running days are over. I retired about 12 years ago. I ran my last one.
All right, so are we all good with that? Or any
Yeah.
more conversation?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I block all my Mondays out anyway, so.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
The one thing I do know, and this is, I guess, maybe obviously for Liz and for Audrey, then our next meeting, Old Home Day wants to come in.
Okay, good to know.
Before I forget.
Okay.
And that will be on the 30th of March.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so that's done. Now we need to approve the consent agenda for March 16th, 2026. We have the draft minutes from March 2nd, 2026, and 2 appointed warrants for the town manager and the zoning officer. Do we have a motion? Anything else we need to add, Audrey?
Do not think so. Sorry. No, that should cover it.
Okay, any,
I'll make the motion.
A second.
we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Right. Over. Do we have any 91A requests? No?
None that I have
All
received.
right.
No.
Greg, town managers report in the potable water.
So we have, I brought up before, but we have formally kicked off. We are doing firewall upgrades. Those have started with SE. We have also, because of the upcoming deadline, have started the Hyper-V migration for the servers as well to switch software. The audit was commenced last week on Monday. Was very busy on Monday. I had 6 auditors and they were back again on Thursday. So we have made very good progress on that. I have to finish up a couple of items and they will come back another day to hopefully finish up field work. The goal is to get them that information this week. Have been busy and sorting through the Department of Justice website to do necessary reporting for the asset forfeiture. And then also we'll be working on the ARPA closeout reporting. I had a couple of conversations with town council and of course, department heads and the like. So it was mostly audit and over the last week plus, and water is still quiet. We are working, we've got the leak has been repaired and the like, and I'm reaching out to the insurance company because of the individual that was responsible that I spoke to last Thursday was less than cooperative. So we are taking another route.
Okay. Thank you. Selectmen reports. We're going to start with Mr. Gifford.
Oh, great. So let's see, I was at the fishing game for elections. It was a really busy day. But I just wanted to reach out to Jim, Jonathan, Dan, and the highway crew. There was a lot of snow issues. There was some ice dams, and just annually they get out there at every election. Everything's set up. They take care of all of that, and it's just there's a ton of background work to make sure everybody's safe. It's really nice to know those guys do a good job. So
No, it was good they were there early because we had that ice overhang.
yeah, so just it's nice to give credit where credit's due. And then the next shout out is to the election crew that keeps the integrity of the process. Obviously, they keep that at the highest standards. So, and then I went to an old home day committee, and we're moving along at a good pace. One of the things that we'd like to make sure that the people out there know, if you own a small business in town and you want to put a float together, or you just want to march in the parade with a banner of whatever your business is, this is one of the reasons the parade was started for. So you got an inexpensive way of advertising your business, and it's a great venue.
Yeah, if you got a pickup with your name, company name on the side,
Landscapers all have
there's your
pickups, you know?
float. There's your float.
So, and then again on the old home day on April 18th, they organized a dance for the boom. The reason it's called Dance for the Boom is to augment the cost of the fireworks this year, and that's up the Fish and Game for April 18th. I think it starts at 6:30, and it's $10 a person, and the band is the Time Bandits, and if you've ever heard them, they're a really good band. So that's going on. And then my other meeting was Conservation Committee, and it was a pretty light meeting. We pretty much were just celebrating Tim Moore and his retirement, so we didn't really get a lot of conservation work done on that one. But hats off to Tim and all the years he's put in. I mean, it's a wealth of knowledge to lose. So
It is a lot of institutional.
So that's what I got from my plate.
All right.
All right.
Mr. Coy.
Yeah. Pretty much the same thing John did. A lot of it, obviously, was at the elections all day.
Yep.
It was good to see a lot of people coming out and vote. A lot of times, it's the only time you see some people.
Your neighbors.
So it was good. Also attended the old home day meeting. Already said they wanted to be on the next agenda. And John mentioned the dance. That would be a good night to come out. I mean, for $10 a person at the Fish and Game, come listen to a live band. I know there'll be some raffles as well.
Nice.
I know they're working on that. I know I have a planning board meeting this week. Not sure if I can attend or not. I'll have to let everybody know on the planning board because I'll be flying home Wednesday. It will all depend when the plane lands, whether I get back up here or not. And that was all I had.
All right, Mr. DeRoche.
It was good to see the new voting machines. I saw them briefly. I walked by them, but it looked like they worked pretty well. There's the new scanning feature to see the write-ins. So was that helpful, or did it speed up the process?
I think it did because instead of having to go search for those ballots, they were already captured in a picture. Mm-hmm. So you just had to look at that picture and go from there.
Yeah.
So I think it did make a difference.
It made a huge difference.
Yeah, I think it did help. And there were a ton of them.
Yeah, because the write-ins usually, that's a long tent in the pole sometimes when we're counting
Mm-hmm.
against that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
It collated those as well, so that made it a lot easier.
It's perfect because it takes a snapshot of every ballot, which is nice.
Which is nice.
And I just want to thank the residents for voting me in again. I do have a budget meeting scheduled for April 21st to do their reorg. So the current chair had scheduled that. So that's really all I have at the moment.
All right. I attended Election Day. It was nice to see everybody out. The machines were great. I do want to thank Martha for running a tight ship. The supervisors of the checklist, they really were quite responsive, and I guess they have up to the minute checking to see if someone is registered in another part of the state. So it's real-time documentation of people's domicile. And I thought that was kind of great. I talked with a couple of the supervisors and they thought it was going very well. I want to thank the poll workers for coming out and Bob for moderating. Without Bob, we don't have an election or our moderator. I also want to thank you all for your vote of confidence to have me as the chair, and I will do my best.
Well, we'll see what next month brings.
Do we have any
Non-public?
events or
Events?
non-public?
There is non-public.
Non-public,
Okay.
yes.
So we're going into non-public. We need a motion to go in.
Under what?
I don't know.
I'll make a motion to go into non-public under RSA 91-A:3
What do you think, Greg?
L. Consideration of legal advice as permitted by law.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Audrey, can you call the roll, please?
Yes. Bill Coy,
Yes.
Selectman Bill Coy, or Vice Chair Bill Coy, I'm sorry. Selectman Jay Droche,
Yes.
Selectman Jonathan Gifford,
Yes.
Chair Elizabeth Costa, sorry,
Yes.
and Selectman Tyler Shorman, absent.
Absence.
Yes.
Excused.
Excused, sorry, yes.
Yeah, so we're not coming
We
back.
won't be coming back.
So we won't be coming back, and everybody have a good night, be safe, and we'll see you on the 30th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.